Yeah, we are on YouTube. Good afternoon, YouTube. We are here for another English immersion. My name is Warley, and the topic of today is the effects of social media and modern trends on our lives. So we are going to talk a little bit about this point of dealing with social media, technology, and all this stuff. But before to start, I would like to explain a little bit about the platform, about Talk and Talk, about how this kind of information works, so you that are watching us on YouTube can understand how we work with these kind of conversations. So in a general way, Talk and Talk is a conversation platform for beginner, intermediate, and advanced speakers. The main idea that it's not a regular class. I'm not an English teacher or language teacher at all, but the idea is to develop your confidence and your fluence as an English speaker here by practice on real conversation with a real topic in a real word. So that's the main idea here. Besides English, we have other language like Spanish, French, Italian, Chinese and German. I think we are gonna have on the next year, and you can see that on the Talk and Talk website. Okay, so with that in mind, I think we can start with the introductions, and after that with the questions. Okay, so Juliano, can you please introduce yourself for us?
Of course. Hi guys from YouTube. My name is Juliano. I am 21 years old. I am science and technology student. I live in São Bernardo do Campo. I like to travel to the beach because I really like the weather there. I think it's a good place to breathe, to swim, to enjoy in general way. And I really like to work out in the gym. And I think that's it about me.
Amazing, amazing. So about me, my name is Warley. I'm 25. I live in Recife, Pernambuco. I work with IT as a front-end developer. And I'm also an English and Spanish host here on Talk and Talk. I have started here on 2022 as a Spanish host, and nowadays I'm focused more on English. So because of that, I'm trying to speak in practice and to have conversations and guide conversations on English as well. Um, what else? I like to run. I like to run. I like to do outside activities. I like to learn about language. I like to learn about neuroscience and human behavior. And yeah, I think that's all about me. So, let's start with the question number one. If someone watches low quality content for hours every day, how might it affect their mental health, in your opinion, Julian?
I think when you talk about content, fast content, I think, not about low quality because low quality for me can be it's hard know what is the mean about low quality, I think, because it's a video that is not good, but uh, in what, I really don't know. I think more about fast videos. And fast videos I think is very, very bad because of course, I think everything that you do a lot can be a little bad for you. So if you are usually see a lot of fast videos on TikTok or in Instagram, but I think TikTok is a little better than Instagram, you can become more addiction and you can prejudice your dopamine receptor, because a lot of everybody have receptor about dopamine, and if you see a lot of videos that make your body, uh, I don't know this word, maybe is uh, I don't know, but is when you liberate dopamine, So if your body do it a lot of times with uh low quality video, fast video, you can have more difficult to feel glad, to feel happy in situation that you probably uh would feel happy. So for example, you can. not feel happy or glad to watch a movie, playing with your, I don't know, oh, liberate. Okay, thank you. So you probably uh are not gonna feel happy, glad when you play with your friends, when you talk with your friends, watch a movie, because your receptor dopamine are very bad, very prejudiced, you know. And you can feel it if you see videos, fast videos, and a lot of things like pornography, you know, it can prejudice your receptor dopamine and stop to feel uh good in other situation. Like I said, when you are playing with your friends, you know, you just feel normal, you know.
Yeah, that's a interesting point, and the point that you asked about the definition is also one. I would like to know about you. What do you think is a low quality content? If it's just related to time, the time of the content, for example, fast videos, shorts, reels, or something like that, or do you think it can be related to other things also?
And so I think it depends a lot for each person because, for example, if you, in my view, if I just watch videos about fight, people argument with other people, things like that, I think this is not very bad. It's not very good to me, you know, because I can't learn something. It's just about fighting and fight. It's not a good environment to me, you know. So I think it's not good. But I think some people like to see videos about, like, for example, about BBB or Fazenda, things like that. And I think it's very normal because some people just work a lot and when get home wanna have a moment where he or she can sit in the sofa and watch and don't wanna think a lot, you know, just wanna watch something. You know, so I think it depends a lot of people, of situation, you know. So I can have more sure when I talk about fast videos, you know, because some fast videos is very, for me, uh have a relation with low quality, you know, I think, because I think it's very hard to have a good meaning about it, you know, because sometimes you can watch a fast video, but it's a good video, you know, so it depends, it's hard, you know. I think it's more have more relation if you do it a lot, you know. So if you watch a lot of videos about BBB, about Fazenda, about fast video, it can become prejudicial for you, I think, you know. It's not about the how much time you spend doing something, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's not just related to the time of the video, as you said, because we have contents, short contents that are useful, that we can learn about something and about a lot of things. But I think we have this idea because the most of the short videos are a poor content. And I think the point of definition about low or poor quality content is more related to the point of is or is fast. No, not fast. I think easy is the most interesting word to use. It's easy content to consume, because as you said, the point you relate to that is when you consume a lot of easy content, when you have like consuming a lot of content and that's easy to do, you spend a lot of times consuming that. Later it will be hard for you to consume dense content. For example, a video about something complex, about something hard to understand, a deep concept, for example, or or even a long video, 40 minutes, for example. So when you focus a lot on this kind of content that is easy to consume, and the most ones is related to short videos, it will be hard for you to have the same of dopamine on the long content, on the hard content to consume. So in my opinion, the low quality content is related to that. It's easy or hard to consume. And if you focus a lot on the easy one, it will be hard to consume the long one, the hard one. So I don't know if you agree with that, if you have the same opinion, but for me, it's more related to that.
Yes, yes, I agree with you. I think it makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, but actually that this is not a easy concept to have, because as you said, I think it depends a lot of the person to consider a low quality content or a good quality content. Because, for example, um, when you watch BBB, for example, maybe you can learn something from that, because I don't know, you can learn about human interaction or something like that, or how people deal with pressure, or how people are on the daily basis, or something like that. I don't know. I don't think that people focus a lot on do that when they are TV, but okay. Uh, but even on this kind of content, you can learn something. So I don't think that's related to I can learn something or not. It's more related to it's easy to consume, and uh it can lead me to have problems in the future to consume hard contents or long contents. I think it's more related to that.
Yes, yes. Makes sense. Like said, and I said so. It depends on their person because, like said, you can watch BBB and learn something.
Mhm.
It's I think everything you can learn something if you watch or if you play something. But it's totally hard because there's a lot of things in the deep. I know, so it's hard to talk.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. I think that's the point. You can learn from almost everything, even it's good or not, even it's short or long, if it's easy or hard, but you can learn about a lot of things. So, yeah, that's a good point. So, let's go to the question number two. What type of content do you spend the most time watching on social media? What do you think?
Um, I don't know because uh when I am using social media, TikTok or Instagram, I can see a lot of videos, but um it's really different. Sometimes I am seeing a football soccer player and after I am seeing I don't know anime some video about anime because it's very hard. You don't have a, a law, it's totally different to talk about just about one type of content, because the algorithm showed to me a lot of videos. So sometimes I am seeing something about anime after soccer, about swimming. It's really strange. But it's something that I like to see. Like I like to see anime, I like to see swimming, I like to see play games, people playing games, things like that. So it's hard to have a law.
Yeah, I understand you. And what social media do you use the most, for example?
Uh, maybe his Instagram because I used to use more TikTok in the past, but I noticed that TikTok the videos from TikTok, it's it's more poor when I compare with Instagram. I think I could see it because I uninstalled TikTok for, I don't know, one a week or 2 weeks, and I begin use more Instagram to see the things there. And after I installed TikTok again, just because my girlfriend uh shared with me a lot of videos on TikTok, and I could not see because my TikTok was uninstalled. So I installed TikTok just to see it. And I began scrolling TikTok, and I could see the videos that it's so poor when I compare with Instagram. Not that Instagram is very good, no, not is. But I am talking about, I don't know, I think TikTok is more poor. So nowadays I can spend more time with Instagram, but it's just in the night when I go to sleep, things like that.
Yeah, maybe it's because TikTok was created to focus just on the short videos. So maybe it's because of that and the way that the algorithm works on that and the way that people create content and realize, for example, is more related to this point of how can I create a video that people will watch a lot, and it's a short video. It needs to be a short video, so it's more easy to consume and relate to that. So maybe is that's the point. But yeah, I understand you. Actually, I have never used the TikTok. I have never installed the app, so I don't know so much about the platform, about how this works. But I know something, some points, and I think it's more related to that. But for example, do you use YouTube? I can, I think we can consider as a social media, but it's not the same as Instagram and TikTok. But do you use YouTube a lot, for example?
Yes, I use a lot of YouTube, a lot, a lot, a lot.
And do you think that's the same point of Instagram and TikTok and the videos? Because nowadays YouTube has uh, short videos as well, but the first creation and the idea of YouTube, the first step, it was related to the long videos and not short videos. So do you think it's different? How do you consume the content on YouTube, for example?
Um, I usually don't like to see shorts on YouTube. I just use YouTube to see videos, and I think uh, it can be bad too, depend of the content that you see. Because YouTube, you can see a lot of things. You can learn English, you can learn about something, about a skill. But if you just use YouTube to have fun, to have a good time, it won't be good for you. So for example, sometimes I use YouTube a lot to have fun, to have a good time. And this is not bad. It's not good to me, because sometimes I think, or I need to see one video about leisure because I am studying a lot, I am doing a lot of things, so I need to have this moment, you know, have fun, have a good time. And I begin via video and I spend a lot of time doing it, and it can be precious to me because it's more interesting if I separate this time, have a balance. Let's have fun, and after let's study or do something. So sometimes I spend a lot of time do it. Not about just YouTube, because I think I don't use a lot of social medias like Instagram, TikTok, but I spend a lot of time doing things that are gonna have fun. So YouTube videos about leisure or reading something about mama. I know reading is good. You can learn a lot of things reading, but it's important to have a balance. Sometimes I am reading a lot of mangas, things like that. And I think this is not so interesting to me. I need to have more balance.
Yeah, that's a good point. And do you think, for example, in YouTube, even with long videos, the creators can do a lot of low quality content, for example? Do you see a lot of that? Or it's the idea of poor content, it's more related to the short ones there on YouTube?
I think like TikTok and Instagram, in YouTube you can have a lot of poor videos because sometimes I am watching some video that a creator do and the video is very good. The content about the video, the diction is very good, the effects, things like that. Have a good content, a good subject. It's not a fast video. It's a video like 30 minutes, sometimes 40 minutes, Like one example, I think I don't watch the channel more, but when I was more kid, I used to watch a lot about Felipe Castanhari, about story. I think it was
Yeah.
very good because you could learn a lot, about the content. But in other times you are gonna see a video on YouTube and the video it's so fast, like 10 minutes and the video is it's I don't know the creator post 3 4 videos in one day, and it's just to post, don't have a good quality behind.
Yeah, I think it happens because of the idea of viralization and to be relevant, is still to be relevant on the social media. Um, and I don't know if you remember, but in the first years of YouTube, for example, the idea it was related to post videos and maybe one or two videos per week, every week, And I don't know, nowadays there's a lot of creators, there is a lot of people there, so it's more difficult to be relevant on the platform. So I think because of that, the creators need to create more, to still to be relevant. But it is, as you said, it's not so good because they focus a lot on the quantity, the amount of videos that they post, and not on the quality, So I think it's a bad thing. And but in a general way, in my opinion, YouTube is the best social media that we have, because you can learn about almost everything on there. You can learn about language, about um, soccer, about I don't know, about mathematics, about programming, about almost everything, about cooking. There is a lot of creators, there's a lot of videos, a lot of content, a lot of information and knowledge there. So for me, that's the best social media that we have, and you can learn about everything. So we have this point of short videos right now, but I hope that the YouTube don't focus a lot on that, and they still focus on. I hope that they still focus on the long videos because I think there is the natural point, about consume a good content, to have information and do hard things as well, and not just I want short videos and I want to watch this video of I don't know some seconds, But I know that's interesting. I know that's also maybe important to spend time, and that's okay. But when you focus a lot on that, that's a problem. As I said before, you are gonna have problems with consume and do hard things in the future if you consume a lot these easy things to do. It's a natural point, I believe. So that's complicated. But let's go to the question number three. Have you ever thought about taking a break from social media? I know that you take a break on TikTok for some weeks, I believe that you said, but have you ever thought about taking a break for other social media, or I don't know, do you think about it?
Yeah, but I don't know. I think I don't use it a lot, just YouTube. YouTube, yes, I use a lot. But about TikTok and Instagram, I don't use it a lot. I usually use it before sleep, just to have this moment to have fun, have a good time. But I think I don't use a lot of about social medias nowadays. Of course, if you are talking about YouTube, yes, I use it a lot. But YouTube is something that I can learn a lot. Like you said, it's the best social media that we have nowadays, that we have currently. So I can open the YouTube and learn about English, about program, about other things. So it's something that I use not just to have fun, to have a good time, but to study too, you know. So I think it's a little hard to me take a break of YouTube, you know. About TikTok, I can do, but I can do about Instagram too. But sometimes when I go to sleep, I just wanna see something fast because if I watch some video on YouTube, I don't spend a lot of time, doing it. So sometimes I just wanna see something very fast and sleep. But if I go watch some video on YouTube, it depends on the video. I need to think more, I need to concentrate to understand things like that. And it's night. I just wanna prepare my body to sleep. But of course, it's not a good idea just see TikTok or Instagram because sometimes when the video is very fast, so sometimes we spend a lot of time because the video is faster. So have this idea too.
Yeah, and for example, if you had stopped using social media like Instagram, for example, a year ago, how would you how would your life be different now, in your opinion, if you have stopped to use Instagram or even YouTube? I don't know.
If I stop to use for 1 year,
Yeah, exactly.
uh, I don't know. If I stop to use, for example, YouTube, probably it will um, stop my developing some things, like English, because I really use the English or the YouTube to learn English. I use it a lot. So if I stop to use YouTube, I will stop to develop my English. But if I stop to see TikTok and Instagram, it will be good for me, I think, because I don't use this kind of technology, this tool platform to study or learn something, just to have leisure. So maybe it's more interesting if I stop to use TikTok and Instagram and begin, for example, in tonight, of course, watch a series or something YouTube in English. Can be more interesting because I can have fun and I can learn at the same time. Can be more interesting. But like I said, I think if I stop to use Instagram and TikTok, it will be good for me, good to me. But if I stop to see YouTube, it won't be good to me.
Yeah, I think in a general way, if you stop to use Instagram, TikTok, or this kind of social media, the benefits, it's you have more benefits compared to bad points, so both bad consequence. So I agree with that. I agree with you. And in the case of YouTube, I think it's more difficult because I think we don't have a social media or a platform like YouTube, that has a lot of content, a lot of information, and a lot of things that you can learn there. Maybe on the point of English and language, you can replace that with Netflix or some related, as you said, but it's not the same, it's still different. Uh, when you focus on YouTube, we have videos focus on learn and the creators focus on teach something for you. But in the Netflix and this kind of social media, you don't have the same idea. You are gonna learn, definitely, but it's not the same. So in the point of YouTube, I think it's more complicated. For me, for example, it would be more difficult to stop use YouTube, but if I could, actually, I would like to stop to use Instagram or whatever. It would be nice, but and I think I would have a lot of benefits with that, but compared to YouTube, it's more complicated in my opinion. But uh, let me see. I think we are gonna go to the question number 5. In your opinion, how could life change if people replaced scrolling with more meaningful activities or long content or uh, good quality content, for example?
Uh, like I said, I think have more benefits stopping to use social medias, that using social medias like Instagram, TikTok. So if these people stop to use it to do other activities more meaningful, I think it'll be more interesting, because for example, today it's possible to have leisure at home, seeing a video or using social media, things like that. But in the past, leisure is more related about you get out, you go to the park, in the cinema, movie theater, things like that, And it's more interesting because some things is interesting when you go out, you know, because you can enjoy the world and the activities more, But when you just stay at your homes, seeing social medias is a leisure, but it's different leisure, You just use your eyes to see. But when you go out, you can enjoy with your body, you know. You can, it's different. It's like you can use all your body, not just your eyes to and your hands, It's different, I think. So I think these have more benefits. And I think every time when I go out to have fun with my friends, with my girlfriend, I think I can enjoy more the moment, I think it's more good to me.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's more a natural thing, when you are using social media in cell phone and all this thing. I think you focus a lot on to be connected, and that is not a natural thing, when you go out and even you are not studying or doing something like that, you are just you are just walking around or something like that. You are have a lazy moment, but it's a more natural thing, It's not the same of to be scrolling on the Instagram or social media in this point. So it's better if you do that, I really agree with that. And related to this question, in your opinion, what would the world be like if social media had never been invented?
Uh, I think maybe the people would be more concentrate, not so shy, anxious, and things like that. Because I think maybe some people, I think everybody can, maybe some people are more shy or more anxious, things like that. But when you are in an environment where it don't help you improve, you know, it can be very bad for you. Because, for example, I can be a little shy, but if I just see TikTok, Instagram, my leisure is just that. I can't lost this fear, lost this part of my life, So maybe if uh, maybe the people would be more concentrate, doesn't have things like anxious, because even that this person have this, they can improve, because can, I don't know, get out and learn about the world, things like that. But I think some things can be worse, uh, because social media.
Yeah, that's a interesting point, and I think the point of social media and technology and all this stuff with people is the point of control, you know. I think it has good points, it has benefits, but the main important point is related to we usually don't have control with that, you know. So that's so complicated when you think about a content or a short content and uh, low quality content that you use a lot, that you spend a lot of times on your day. And when you realize that you are spending a lot of hours on your day with that and you don't have control using that, that's the most complicated point, you know, the most bad point because you can't control how to use that and you spend a lot of time and you could like using this time study or doing something useful, you know. So I think that's more related to this point, and it's a complicated thing because even for us that we have this kind of idea that's important to not use that a lot, it's still complicated to control and don't use that. Um, and when I measure to people, to young people, to teenager, for example, using that, it's more complicated. Like or a kid using this kind of technology, it's more complicated, you know, because they uh they they don't have this idea, this control. So it's more complicated yet, you know. In the future, they are gonna have a lot of problems with that as well. So it's a complicated thing. Um, so I think we have time for one more question. So I would like to jump to the question number 11. If social media platforms introduced limits on daily usage, how would user react and what do you think the people could do and how it could be in a general way?
Um, I think the first of all the people it'll try find other ways to burlar, this thing, because I don't know, the people don't like to be controlled, because I don't know, and I think this is not good to social media platform, because I think social media platform like a lot because need to have a lot of people using this platform, but even that it happens, I think maybe people create other accounts and find other ways to try don't be affected, about it, you know, because can use the other computer, other technology, I ain't use my cell phone now, but let's go use the computer, uh, use without a account, things like that, to try do it, you know.
Yeah, I think this action could come from the people and not from the social media. I think, you know, I believe that uh, as I said before, the point is to control and to deal with using this kind of technology a lot and the time that we spend there. So maybe the social media platforms could do that, but a limit, set a limit, for example. But I think people would react bad with that. And the main point is people need to have this control by themselves, you know. So the most important point is deal with your control with your use by yourself. So I think that's the most important point, not just the social media deal with that exactly and put the limit, and that's okay, you know. I think that's the point of solution and related to that. But yeah, I think we are gonna we aren't gonna have uh, the solution in any point, even on social media or even on the people. You know, it's complicated. But we don't have time for more questions, Juliano. But I would like to send here on the chat the link of the survey. As you said, it's a normal survey. You can say what do you think about immersion and suggest other topic as well. I hope you enjoy the conversation. I enjoy a lot to talk about this with you, and I hope to see you on the next time. Okay, thank you and bye bye.
Thank you. Thanks for the conversation. Bye bye.